In college, my roommates and I lived in an old house with a massive, wraparound porch. We were known for having themed parties, and one Friday, we decided to host a statue party where everyone had to dress as a famous historical figure or a work of art. Around 1 a.m., I went to the kitchen to grab more ice and looked out the window. I saw a guy wearing a ski mask trying to pry open my roommate's car door in the driveway. He was clearly a rookie because he was using a literal kitchen spatula. 016. Instead of panicking, I whispered to my friends, "Hey, there's a guy trying to boost Dave's Camry." Now, you have to understand, we had about 30 people in the house dressed as everything from Julius Caesar to the Mona Lisa. One of my friends, who was dressed as a Greek statue and covered in white body paint, got a devious look in his eye. He grabbed a roll of industrial plastic wrap we had for a prank and whispered, "Follow my lead." While the burglar was focused on the car lock, 30 historical figures silently filed out of the house and surrounded the driveway. We didn't say a word. We just stood there in our statue poses. When the guy finally looked up, he was staring directly at a 6-foot-tall Napoleon and a very angry-looking Abraham Lincoln. He screamed so loud he dropped his spatula. He tried to run, but 3 guys dressed as Roman centurions tackled him. Before he could even process what was happening, the Greek statue friend started circling him with the plastic wrap. By the time we were done, we hadn't just tied him up, we had essentially turned him into a modern art piece. We wrapped him tightly from his ankles to his chest, leaving his arms pinned to his sides. Then, because we were still in party mode, someone brought out a pedestal from the living room and we actually managed to stand him up on it near the sidewalk. We put a sign on him that read, "The Thief, Mixed Media, 2024. The police arrived about 20 minutes later. We were all back on the porch, staying in character and holding gallery drinks. The officers got out of their cruiser, saw a man wrapped in plastic standing on a pedestal like a museum exhibit, and just stopped. One officer actually took a picture before they started cutting him down. The burglar was so confused and traumatized by being swarmed by historical figures that he actually confessed to 3 other car break-ins on the spot just to get away from us. The cops told us to keep the art inside next time, but they were laughing the entire time they drove him away.